Okay, I'm doing this one next. I've seen plenty of, or I shouldn't say I've seen that there are plenty of reviews of this on the internet. I haven't watched any of them because I'm kind of afraid somebody might say something good about it. It's called the Armed Shark, and I'm just doing it to get rid of it. Just be done with the whole thing. It's a big bi spinner, and it is just sharp as all hell. It's just you start playing with it and your fingers get busted up. So if you don't like that, you can stop watching the review right now, because that's the main point of this thing. It's not. I think people call them hot spots. This thing is hot spot city. So I'm going to test it and see how long it spins. It might spin for a while because it is a pretty heavy bi spinner and it has a R188 bearing in it. But to play with this thing is just not fun at all. But I'm going to test it and see how long it goes, just out of compunction. And I'll get back with you in a few minutes. So I found out this thing is made by a company called Freelove. It's kind of a strange name for a fidget spinner company. But it's by Freelove, and they're still available on eBay for an unbelievable $60.69. So that kind of blew my mind. This thing, I was hoping it would spin long because it does have a big lump of brass here that should make it spin a long time. But it got an average spin time of 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Even slower vertically than horizontally, which is unusual. So it didn't spin long, and it feels like crap. So I'm kind of in a dilemma because every time I put up a negative review of a fidget spinner, somebody starts putting up the downside, the negative finger thing, or they start giving me crap on the internet. But I don't know what else to do with this one. I generously gave it an appearance score of 7.5 because it doesn't look all that horrible. The feel I gave a 3 because it just feels horrible. I mean, it's just, you just can't, you don't catch it when you try to flick it. You can't pull it very well, and it just beats up on your fingers because it's got all these sharp, very sharp spots all over it. I don't know why they didn't just polish the thing. So I started wondering why didn't they polish it? Why didn't they make it like that? And I started thinking, well, the name is the Armed Shark, and that's kind of the best thing I can say about this thing is that it is like an armed shark. It's sharp. It can cut you up, and it does kind of feel like an armed shark. So maybe the name is appropriate. Maybe that's what they're trying to sell. Does it feel good? Does it make me feel better about the spinner? Not in the least. It feels the thing is a turd basically. And I gave it a perceived quality of 3 because it got a terrible spin time, and it's just got a bad sound to it. So it just, the whole thing feels like a big pile of junk to me, and I don't see much point to it. So I mean, somebody obviously put some effort into designing it, but this thing is a big failure. And I don't know what else to say about it. I can't imagine why anyone would like this. So, and especially when they're selling it for $60.69. That's just insane. So, you know, if you watch my videos and you kind of agree with, to some degree, with what I say about these things, I mean, you take my advice on this one. Just stay away from it. Don't spend any money on this thing. I mean, if you could pick it up for $5 somewhere just to get a good look at it, you might want to spend $5 on it. But don't spend $60 on this thing. I'm not sure where else you can get it besides eBay, but you can get it on eBay. But don't. All right. The Freelove Armed Shark.